Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lupe and I'm super glad to be back. It has been quite a while since I've been here. I think I've uploaded one video and I still need to upload the second part to that video. It is crazy. So today we're going to talk about the winter session that just ended yesterday on the 7th of February. Today's the 8th and my spring classes have begun. So I'm not getting a vacation. So let's see. Winter session started on January 4th of 2021 and it started on the wrong foot. So I do not have the pleasure of buying a textbook and calling it done and getting started with the class and following along. I actually have to make sure that I'm able to access it if it's in a website like Chegg or Vital Source or something like that. And if it's not, like it was this time, it becomes a really big problem. I have adapted technology, which I use. If I do use it on that technology, I prefer to use it on my Apex, which is, yikes, this old machine. It is so funny. When I went to go volunteer for one of my classes, which was like 2 years ago, one of the 7th graders told me that that was ancient technology and that it was very old. I was just dying. It was hilarious. But yeah, so I prefer to use my textbooks there. Let me put it up again. I don't know if I'm gonna show this right, but this right here is a braille label, braille display, sorry. And I'm able to read it or hear it. So let me turn it on. So it talks. So it's either I can make it read to me or I can read it myself, and that's why I prefer to have it there. And this one works with Word, text, and I think sometimes it works with PDF. I'm not sure. Sometimes it doesn't work, but one of my friends told me that I can change it to text, and so we're going to start trying to do that, see if it works. So usually the SSD office, which is the Students of Disabilities Office Department, whatever it stands for, and they're able to give me a file with the textbook after I buy the textbook, because I cannot just get it from them. I have to have the receipt that I bought or rented a textbook, which means I still have to do it no matter if I don't use the actual copy. So this semester or session, I had difficulty getting both textbooks. On Friday of the first week, I'm not sure what day it was, maybe the 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, oh, the 8th, sorry. Friday the 8th, I finally met with somebody. This was actually the second meeting of that week, and we met for 2 hours, and we finally figured out that I could actually get the textbooks on Vital Source. But I wasn't able to get them or buy them until Tuesday, which I think was the 12th, 13th. Yeah, the 12th. And my dilemma now was, do I start reading from chapter 1 and catch up to chapter 7 or 8, wherever they were at the time? But then I told myself, you know what? You already have the notes for the first 3 chapters. You went to those classes. Just start on chapter 4. And I did. And I never truly caught up. There was a point where I caught up, but within like 1 day, I was behind again. And the reason being is that I take forever to read one chapter. The reason being, I cannot scan, I cannot skim. I have to read the entire section or chapter, because he will use random facts in there for the quizzes, which we had practically, well, not practically, most, I think there was only a few where we didn't have quizzes at the end of each class or chapter, and it was very hard. I usually you know, I can't look and I can't see the bolded words or the different colored words or like underlined words. I'm just listening to them, and that it won't tell me if it's highlighted or anything. So I need to read. And on a typical reading day, which was mostly Monday through Thursday, I would read from 1 p.m. to like 11 p.m. Of course, with Ethos's breaks. If you haven't seen that video, I have made a video of Ethos's routine, his non-working routine, because we are not really working now with everything going on. So yeah, that would really be the only time I would get a break. I would even have dinner while I was reading the textbooks. I would read and take notes. So after the second week, halfway through the second week, things got easier because I did have the textbook for both classes. So the environmental science textbook was in the formatting, I think it was like flowing text. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna have to put that in the description. And then for Child Development 7, I had fixed text, which was a lot harder to read because I could have it read to me and that was okay, but I could not stop it and then go back and read that particular spot because it would move me around and it was very irritating. I really did not like that format, and I gave up with that textbook. I would just do all the other assignments, and I did not do the Q&As for the chapters. Thankfully, they're only like 10 points each, and there was like 4 or 5 of them, which it is kind of a lot of points when you add them together at the end. But that textbook, that format did not work for me. So week 3, I think the whole third week was perfectly fine. I think that was the only week where I didn't have any problems besides the midterm. So the midterm was due on the 15th of January, and that's when I think I really had a lot of anxiety because I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it, and I had studied a lot because I was still catching up at that time, and I was like, all that work and it's going to go down the drain because I'm not able to access the test itself. So what this professor, the environmental science, was doing, he used Proctorial, which is an extension of Google Chrome, so that students don't cheat. So it is audio and video recording while you're taking the midterm or final. So on that Friday, or maybe even Thursday, I think it was a Friday, I signed in with my Dell computer that has the screen reader JAWS, and I was able to, download the extension. I was able to do everything on my own except do the identification. So my brother helped me with that. He would just tell me move the ID left, move the ID up, down, right, whatever. And it did it, and then I press agree, and then I press continue or begin. I forgot what it was. And that's when it kicked me out. At first I thought it was like, oh, I did something wrong. So my brother came back and we did it, and he's like, nope, your screen goes completely blue, it kicks you out. I didn't know if it was JAWS or my computer itself, but if it was JAWS, we couldn't have fixed it either way because they would have thought I was cheating because they would have seen my brother messing with the computer. So that was out, and I was really starting to get nervous about things. I was contacting the professor back and forth, and on Saturday, on the 16th, I was able to get an Apple laptop. And no, it was not just for the midterm, even though I was joking around with Kim that I did it for the midterm. But it was not. I've been wanting a Apple laptop for such a long time. And my mom told me get it. She said it was part of my birthday gift. So she put a little bit in there, and I paid for it. I'm still actually paying for it. So on Monday the 18th, I signed in. My sister was here. She helped me sign in with the ID, and I took the midterm. I got 40 out of 50, which is like a 76, which is really bad. I thought really good because I was like, oh, I know this one, but no, it was really bad. It's so funny because when I started, Ethos was in the living room, and like not even 5 minutes into the test, he was like, I heard him like bump his head on the door, and then he just laid down, and it was kind of sad but funny. But I didn't want to, I was so scared the first time. I was like stiff like this and just like moving my fingers. It was kind of funny. But that was over, and we were on to week 4. The first part of it was good actually until Thursday when assignment 1 came along. I was actually really excited because it was an assignment that was teaching us how to research and how to organize things APA in an APA format. So it was just the citation page, I think it's what it's called. So I was very excited about it. Kim and I contacted a friend to teach me how to use it on the Apple computer, and it was very exciting because I never actually learned how to do it on my own, and now I know how to do it. I even know how to copy and paste it, and I got that far. But then I was like, you know what, I'm really behind a lot of stuff. I contacted the professor, and he was like, you know, you can still submit, I'll give you an extra day. But he did kind of hint at that it would be okay if I don't submit it, but I know he wouldn't be able to like waive that off for me, and I knew that, and it was okay with me. I was like, I'm gonna do everything else. And then everything just started piling up, you know, the quizzes, the final, everything, the reading. Like I said, it would take me about 10 to 11 hours just to do like 2.5 chapters. It was really getting bad for me that I even got into this funk where I didn't clean my room for days. I was just in bed. I was like, it was really bad, and I was like, you know what, ignore the little monster in your head and clean and get to work. And I did. So, but that was really bad, and it was just not good. And that's just one class. So I was really struggling with one class. The other class, the assignments themselves, I was able to get done as soon as, you know, I got to them. It was just the Q&A for the textbook that were kicking my butt. Because like I said, the fixed format one, does not go with me. Maybe other people will appreciate it more than I did, but not me. And we didn't have a midterm, so that class was pretty easy. It was the environmental science that really kicked my butt. But I'm just glad it's over now. I just hope I pass because I do not want to retake them. The material itself for environmental science, I really enjoyed. I love enjoying about the soil, the plants, agriculture, and all that stuff. It was very, very interesting. It was just a lot for one semester. Like I said before, 16 weeks plus 2 extra chapters that they take out in the 16-week semesters is all squashed into 5 weeks. And I took 2 classes. So it was very hard. But I am done, and I am now moving on to the spring semester with biology and Chicanos 8, I believe. But my Chicanos 8 class does not start until April the 12th, which is really exciting. It will give me time to settle in and get used to biology and how that class is going to be proceeding. So yeah, I guess that's it, you guys. I hope I get to start uploading a little more. Kim is also taking classes this semester. Even if I record, I don't know how long it'll take her to get around to editing, but I rather her focus on her class than my hobby. She is very kind to be helping with me with this. So yeah, I guess that's it, you guys, and thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.